Hi dear friends and subscribers, welcome to the Cricket Happening Show on the Monday, the 2nd of September 2013. Well, in this particular cricket show, your host Ram is going to look at I'm going to do a brief previews on 3 matches which are coming up tomorrow. For some matches might not be so important. Yes, there are the matches that are coming up tomorrow. First is it's going to be between Zimbabwe versus Pakistan at the Harare Sports Club. The test series is going to begin, so I'll be doing a brief preview on this test series between Pakistan and Zimbabwe, just to find out what chances Zimbabwe have to really surprise the strong Pakistani batting lineup, which is going to be absolutely impossible, but for sure we will look at the chances that Zimbabwe has there. And then we are going to look at 2 other games which are going to happen tomorrow. Now this is Australia and England. I just completed the Ashes series. England have won the Ashes series, the T20s has been levelled, and now the focus is going to be shifting to the NatWest one-day international series between Australia and England. But yes, the one-day international series has not yet started. In the meanwhile, both the teams would be renewing their rivalry only on Friday. In meanwhile, what they're going to do on Tuesday, there are going to be 2 different matches being played. Scotland will face against Australia, England will face against Ireland. So that is going to be something different, in the sense they're just going to have a sort of a real break there, and also it gives an opportunity for those the Scottish cricketers and also for the Irish cricketers to really prove a point. Well, so that is as far as that is concerned. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to talk in greater detail about the test series which is beginning tomorrow, as I said, between Pakistan and Zimbabwe. And in fact, Pakistan took the one-day international series, as you know. I mean, they definitely, we saw that Zimbabwe definitely won a particular match, but other than that, I mean, it has been Pakistan all the way. Well, so just talking about the test match which is coming up tomorrow. Tomorrow is the first day of the first test match between Pakistan and Zimbabwe in the test series. And what is very important is that now for Zimbabwe there are a lot of problems. If you look at the problems that has crippled Zimbabwe, one feels very sorry for Zimbabwe, because this is the time for Zimbabwe, who looks a very strong unit on paper, but what has been really lacking is that they had a lot of problems. We had some payment problems. Now that is resolved. The first test match is about to begin, which is good news. But look at how many people are missing. Kyle Jarvis, just retiring and surprising Zimbabwe with his retirement, which is a big blow to Zimbabwe according to me. And he could play a great role as far as test matches are concerned, with the 2 slips and the gully just waiting. I'm sure Kyle Jarvis could have played a great role. Now with Kyle Jarvis not there, as I said, it's really going to reduce those chances of Zimbabwe even getting to bowl out Pakistan, because Pakistan have a very strong batting lineup. Now as far as Zimbabwe are concerned, the other thing for them is that there is no Ray Price. Now Ray Price was a very experienced man. He has also retired, so that is another thing. That is still to be understood, because he was 39 years of age. And then we have not looked at Graham Creamer. Now Graham Creamer is one of those blokes from Zimbabwe who's a right-arm leg spinner. We didn't see him in action either in the 2020s or in the one-day international series. I was wondering why, and you saw Mutambodzi coming in, all those new leg spinners. But Graham Creamer, let me tell you, is an experienced leg spinner, and he's quite a good leg spinner. And not only that, he can also bat a bit, and it was a real surprise. But the reasons that has been trotted out is that once again he's not there due to the money issue now. Now that is not good news for Zimbabwe. And then there is another blow for them in the way of Sean Williams, who played very well against Pakistan in the one-day international series, looked pretty good. And he is another person who's going to miss, because he is also having payment problems. So he says that unless and until he's paid, he wouldn't play for Zimbabwe. So that has really compounded the Zimbabwe's problems. We know that Pakistan are definitely favorites, but now with all those players missing, I think Zimbabwe are going to find it very tough. Now looking at what Zimbabwe have, I mean whatever existing resources that they have, if you look at it, Vusi Sibanda and Hamilton Masakaja, they have been opening the innings in the T20s and one-day version, and have been doing a good job, giving very decent starts, and also got a century partner which also laid the platform and took them to victory, as you know. But well, tomorrow we are not going to see Vusi Subanda and Hamilton Masakadzo open the innings, probably because this is the test match variety, and Vusi Subanda normally likes to play aggressively. So in that context, what I would reckon that Tino Mowoyo, one would remember, has a good record against Pakistan. He had 163 runs against Pakistan on his debut. So that was something as far as Tino Mowoyo. And Tino Mowoyo, what one has seen from his whatever his batting that one has seen, he's a very compact batsman, has a good technique, deals with the ball well, and Tino Mowoyo, in my opinion, would either be partnering Vusi Subanda or would be, in my opinion, I think I would go for Hamilton Masakadza, or probably Vusi Subanda and Tino Mowoyo will open the innings, and Hamilton Masakadza will be coming one drop. Now Hamilton Masakadza is a very good test batsman, and then they have Brendan Taylor, the captain, but well, Brendan Taylor is probably a doubtful starter, the news being that his wife is probably expecting a baby, and so Brendan Taylor, whether he's going to play, that is a question. So but Brendan Taylor, if he plays well, he will be the captain, and Brendan Taylor, you know, he could bring all his ounces of experience into that. So as I said, batting is totally reliant on these gentlemen: Hamilton Masakadza, Brendan Taylor, Tino Mowoyo, Subanda, and then they have Malcolm Waller, who is there. He's also a very good batsman. And then Elton Chugumra, the all-rounder, who comes in. And let's look at the bowling resources. Now the bowling resources are going to looking very meek, but Shingarai Masakadza, one would remember, had a good series against New Zealand and Bangladesh, and he's a tall bowler. He hits the deck well, so that is something. So Tendai Chatara was very impressive in the one-day version and T20 version. So it would be very good to see how Shingarai Masakadza and Tendai Chatara use the new ball, along with Brian Vettori. You know, Brian Vettori, for one, I would say that, you know, he has really lost that zip that he had when he initially made his test debut. So now that is something he needs to bring it back. I have not seen that in the T20s or the one-day internationals, and probably one would have watched that in patches. But what one needs from Brian Vettori is to really get that thing going, get that vigor going. In the absence of Kyle Jarvis, I think Brian Vettori has to really take the burden. Now how he does that, that really remains a big question mark. And then Shingarai Masakadza and Tendai Chatara probably has not played a lot of test matches, but it would be interesting to see how Shingarai Masakadza and Tendai Chatara work up the Pakistani batsmen with the new cherry. And then the spinners. Look at the spinners. Prasad Saya, yes, he's a very experienced spinner. He's a very wily spinner at that, and he knows where to bowl. As far as test matches are concerned, I think Prasad Saya, with that close-in cordon, would really give some sort of a chance to Zimbabwe by getting those outside edges of the Pakistani batsmen. And then Richmond Mutumbami would be the wicket-keeper of the team. Now let's look at Pakistan. And as I said, Zimbabwe are really faced against a very strong Pakistani batting lineup. It's not going to be easy. Mohammad Hafiz and Khurram Manzoor will open the innings with Mohammad Hafiz, and there's no Nasir Jamshed. Azhar Ali, you know what a technically perfect batsman he is, and he could really wear out the opposition. So Azhar Ali, and then we have the veteran Yunus Khan and Misbah-ul Haq following them, the captain. And they can also, and as I said, it's a very not a very powerful batting lineup, but definitely a very strong batting lineup. And then they have the youngsters coming in. Asad Shafiq has really proved himself at the test level. And then they have Adnan Akmal, the wicketkeeper, who can also bat a bit. And then we have the all-rounders like Wahab Riaz Khan. I mean, the bowling would be shared by Junaid Khan. And I'm a bit surprised that whether Mohammad Irfan would play or not, because Mohammad Irfan, according to me, is an automatic inclusion. I don't see his name in the probables. So if that is the case, then Junaid Khan would have to open with Wahab Riaz with the new ball. And Junaid Khan, as you know, he's quite a handful in test matches. And then the spin has a lot of variety with Saeed Ajmal, the right-arm offie, and Abdul Rahman, the left-arm spinner, also would be operating in tandem. So as far as the test series are concerned, I think this is going to be a test series where Zimbabwe, the only thing to see would be whether the Zimbabwean bowlers can really bowl out Pakistan twice. According to me, that is the question. Other than that, I think Zimbabwe definitely have the batting in that, but the bowling looks extremely weak, and it has to be something that Pakistan would be hoping to get big scores when they play against Zimbabwe. But other than that, if Shingarai Masakadza, Brian Vittori and Tendai Chatara could really pull up some rabbit out of their hat and bowl well against Pakistan, then that would augur well for Zimbabwe. So the test series is about to begin tomorrow. It kicks off at the Harare Sports Club. The first test match of this test series between Pakistan and Zimbabwe. Well, as I said, I covered in greater detail on the Pakistan versus Zimbabwe. As I said, it was the majority of the previews, but now it is going to be a very, very short preview of the matches which are coming up. First is the match between Ireland and England. As you know, Ireland and England, the last time they played in the World Cup, you remember what Kevin O'Brien did. He went on to a magnificent world record of scoring the fastest century in a World Cup, as you would remember, and he also took them to an unlikely victory. So now here for Ireland, well, let's look at the Ireland team. Now Ireland, well, William Porterfield is the captain. Paul Stirling is a very talented batsman, as you know. Ed Joyce, the other time, one would have seen that, you know, he was on the opposite ring, in the sense he was playing against England and he was facing Boyd Rankin. He was playing in the same team as Boyd Rankin. And tomorrow we'll have a very interesting scenario when Ed Joyce, the opener, will be playing for Ireland, and he will be facing against the New England recruit, Boyd Rankin. So what a moment that is going to be. And then we have the O'Brien brothers, Niall O'Brien, the wicketkeeper, and Kevin O'Brien, who always contribute towards Ireland cricket. Gary Wilson is a good all-rounder. And then we have Andrew White, Max Sorensen, who has been doing a lot of things of late, and one looks forward to seeing Max Sorensen really bowl extremely well. He has been doing very well in the Intercontinental Cup matches. And then we have Trent Johnston, who is a very experienced bloke, probably not going to play the next World Cup for sure in 2015, which is going to be held in the Trans-Tasman neighbours Australia and New Zealand in 2015. And then Tim Murtagh, who has been doing very well on the English county circuit, will be partnering Max Sorensen. George Dorkel, the left-arm spinner, is a very extremely very good. He has got lots of English county experience, and I'm sure he's going to bring that to the full when they take on England. As I said, it's a real test for the Ireland players there, but Ireland, as you know, they are trying to make their bid towards getting test match status, get themselves recognized as far as test matches are concerned, and this match could also prove a lot of things for them. As far as England are concerned, England have a lot of new faces. Michael Carberry, who has been scoring tons of runs in the English county cricket circuit. James Taylor has been doing his job pretty well there. Ravi Bopara is the experienced person. Owen Morgan will be the captain, who will be captaining the team. And then Gary Ballance, one is looking forward to Gary Ballance, because there's a lot of things being written about Gary Ballance. As you know, Gary Ballance is like Boyd Rankin, who came from Ireland, was actually born in Zimbabwe, and now he's playing for England. In the sense, it's happened. He was part of. He felt that, you know, Zimbabwe doesn't offer him doesn't afford him a lot of chances, and he shifted allegiances to England, and that's what has been precisely happening as far as cricket is concerned. Ben Stokes is a very good batsman. He's a very good stroke player. Josh Butler, the innovative stroke player. James Treadwell, the off spinner, and Jamie Overton, Boyd Rankin, and Stephen Fenn. Whether Jordan will be getting his chance, probably one does not know. Chris Jordan has been amongst the wickets as far as the English domestic county cricket scene is concerned. Whether Chris Jordan would be given an opportunity, that remains to be seen. The forecast is looking good. There's good news as far as the weather forecast is concerned. We should have a full game here between Ireland and England. As I said, Ireland and England are facing off for the first time after Kevin O'Brien's heroics against England, which took them to victory in the World Cup in 2011, and Ireland and England will face off at Dublin in Ireland. Now the last preview that I'm coming up is between Australia and Scotland. Let's look at Scotland. I'm told that they are going to miss Kyle Coetzer. Now, Kyle Coetzer is one of those very good batsmen. He has scored lots of runs for Scotland, but it's very unfortunate that he wouldn't be there due to whatever the reasons might be. But his place is going to be taken by a new person. He's an Australian-born cricketer, Hamish Gardiner, and he should be making his debut as an opener. And he would be probably opening with, well, it depends. Freddie Coleman should be opening with him. Then they have Richie Barrington, who's a good batsman too. Matt Matchin is another new face there. Preston Momsen is the captain, new captain of the Scottish cricket team. David Murphy is the wicket. So we have a lot of new faces as far as Scotland is concerned, if you look at it. Rob Taylor, Majid Haq has been around for quite a while, Gordon Goody, Ian Wardler. So in my opinion, I think Scotland are having a sort of a new look as far as their team is concerned. So there could be some surprises. They could spring up some surprises against Australia. One has to really wait and watch. As far as Australia are concerned, Australia, well, they seem to be at full strength. Aaron Finch would be trying to do something of the heroics that probably he did it against England, being now holding the T20 world record. But well, this is going to be a different thing. It is going to be a 50 overs one day international. But Shane Watson, Aaron Finch would like to give a good start, and then they have the experience of Sean Marsh, Michael Clarke, the captain, George Bailey, Adam Vokes, Matthew Wade will be the wicketkeeper, not Brad Haddin. So James Faulkner, Mitchell Johnson. So what would be very interesting, according to me, as far as Australia and Scotland are concerned, is the right arm leg spinner Fawad Ahmed, who did well against England in the last match. And Fawad Ahmed would get a real opportunity. This is a real opportunity for Fawad Ahmed to really prove something, because yes, he has played against England, but getting lots of wickets and showing, bemusing the Scottish batsmen with his wiles of leg spin, his googlies and his long ones, and showing a lot of variety, and he could experiment a lot of things here against Scotland and see how it really goes. And that would be another thing that could be actually boosting the confidence of the right arm leg spinner, the Pakistani-born Australian Fawad Ahmed. Well, dear fans and subscribers, with all these 3 cricket previews today, your host Ram would like to end the cricket show for today. But promising you, dear fans and subscribers, as usual, your host Ram will be with you, all dear fans and subscribers, probably talking on the first day's play between Zimbabwe and Pakistan, and also having a look at all these 2 matches which I did the previews of: Australia, Scotland, and Ireland, England. So that's it from me, your host Ram, for the Cricket Happening show for today. See you all tomorrow, and this is your host Ram bidding goodbye. Thank you.